If you're an ADHD or trying to build something and you're always feeling stuck, there's likely a few things that are holding you back right now. And in this video, I'm going to share how to get rid of them. Because I went from struggling to make progress, someone that was constantly just jumping at shiny objects all the time, getting distracted all the time, procrastinating, constantly just like jumping from one thing to another, task switching, right? To actually building a business that I'm proud of, building a social media following that I'm proud of, building a school community that I'm proud of, and I've completely changed my life. I no longer work in my 9 to 5 anymore because of the way that I approach things in my life, and I got rid of certain things from my life to make a difference. And this is not because I got more disciplined or anything like that. You know, discipline is quite important, but you know, as an ADHD, I don't want to use that word discipline. Number one, get rid of people who drag you down. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know those people that have always got something negative to say about what you're doing. Like they've always got something to say, but you still keep them in your life because you've known them for so long, and it's kind of like banter, but it's not really banter. They kind of really just don't like have anything good to say about you, right? So you're there and you're telling them about your business, you're telling them about your ideas and all this stuff, and all they can see is the negative side of like why you shouldn't do it, right? Telling you like, you know, it sounds risky, oh, it's a bit ambitious, oh really, you think you could do that? And then you share a win with them and they kind of downplay it a little bit like it's luck, right? But for some reason you're keeping that person in your life. For what reason, I have no idea. But you need to get rid of anyone like that in your life. You know those energy vampires, man? Like you just need to get them rid. You need to get rid of those people out of your life. Like it doesn't matter how long you've known them. It doesn't matter how you know them. It doesn't matter that they came up with you day one and all this stuff. If they've got that type of energy and vibe, they're draining your energy. The thing is, you've just become a virus. If you have someone around you like that, constantly just saying, oh, no, this or that, and just doubting all the time, you're just gonna start downloading it. And you're gonna start believing it yourself. And you don't want to have someone else's belief system on something that they've never tried themselves. I'd understand if they've tried it and they've done it, they're succeeded in it, and then they have an opinion on something like that. But for someone who has no footwork or legwork in anything, and they're trying to tell you how to live your life and what you should be doing, is really someone that has to go, man. And this includes family as well. Like, you know, I know blood is blood, right? But it's just, you just need to really disconnect from any type of person that is negging you out. And the thing is, your environment matters more than anything. Like, so if you've got a lot of people like that around you, it's not good at all for you. Like, as much as you can stay here being positive minded, like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna do this and like, you know, I'll still be around them. No, like it's not good for you to be around that. Like, just to set boundaries. Number two, which is very similar but it's a little bit more sneaky, is you need to get rid of people who make you too comfortable as well. And the thing is, these people are quite supportive. Like they're like yes men, like, oh yeah man, yeah, like just, but they're saying yes to specific things around stuff that doesn't make you progress. Like they're not giving you the constructive feedback that you need. Like these ones, they want to support you and they'll say like, oh man, you just find how you are, man. Like, yeah, don't worry, man, you don't have to go for that, because if you go for that and then, you know, like don't try and change yourself. Like, you know, that kind of language. Like, and I'm sure you've met someone like that. Like I have a few people I already just thought of that are like this, right? They feel like, oh Mike, come on man, like, you know, this is who I know you for. Like, look, the person that you knew me for was just playing safe in life, right? And if you are happy and comfortable with that, and then now I'm trying to do better for myself and you're not happy for me, you're not for me. Because what it comes down to is that you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone a lot on this journey whenever you're trying to build something. So a lot of people are going to just see you for who you are before you've actually achieved something. And they don't realize that it needs to shape someone else. You need to build a new version of yourself almost. That as you're doing this, you're gonna grow into something different. There was a side of me that was extremely shy, like couldn't look people in the eye, all this kind of stuff, right? And then now I'm doing videos on social media where millions of people can see it, right? And most people, when I was growing up, would probably think, Mike, come on man, like, you know, don't embarrass yourself, don't go on camera, like, what are you doing? And those people don't understand that the growth comes from doing the most uncomfortable things and repeating them over and over and over again until it doesn't become like a constraint for you anymore. Number 3 is get rid of the clutter in your environment. This is very underrated, but it's extremely important to just like look around, and if something's not in its home or it doesn't have a home, pull it in the bin, like or give it away or donate it to charity or something. If you look at your environment right now, there's things in your environment right now that you're like, oh, okay, like it's not a big deal that it's there, but it's there and it doesn't need to be there. Like there's just so much piles of papers, loads of notebooks everywhere, and all these things, you're just keeping them in the environment. For what reason? It's just things to just distract you. It's just things to put your attention on when you're trying to stay extremely focused on your project that you're building, right? What your brain ends up doing is it starts saying, oh, I should clean that up. But yeah, that's going to take too long, and that means now I'm going to not be able to do this. And it starts making you go down these rabbit holes. That's what the clutter and the mess is happening in your home is doing. And it's not just the stuff in your environment physically, it's the digital stuff as well. It's like you're trying to get to one specific app on your phone and it's buried in all these apps, so you have to scroll to check which, where is it again? Like, and it's just time consuming. And then you order, actually, let me just check on YouTube, because you've seen the YouTube button app, you've seen the Instagram app, you start diving into something else, you get yourself distracted. You need to clean up your environment, man. It needs to be crystal clean for whatever you're trying to focus on in that moment, and only just have that around you. It's a really good practice to get rid of stuff that you don't need, because there's a lot of stuff in your home right now you probably don't need. You're probably never going to use again. You're probably never going to see it again. You probably forgot it exists, but it's still there. It's still occupying space. And when that's removed, it just creates less decisions to make throughout your day. And number 4, I'm going to say it's really important to get rid of these expectations that you have. There's an expectation that you feel like you should have something achieved by this time, or you should be here by now, and all this kind of stuff. Expectations are premeditated disappointments, right? They are something that we're always going to hold on to, and then when it doesn't happen, we end up just holding on to it not working out the way that we envisioned it, right? A lot of the time, things are just going to happen where we just can't expect it. Like, you're going to have someone book a call with you and then they're not going to show up. There's going to be an emergency. Right now, I'm actually going to, I'm in the airport right now. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm in an airport and I'm going for a funeral. Like, that was not something that I was expecting to happen, right? And I've had to book a flight, and I'm going to go to the UK now to the funeral for tomorrow. And you just have to just be prepared for that. Sometimes things are going to happen that you least expect, right? And just be adaptable to that. Like, don't hold on to things so much, like holding on to like, yeah, this is my routine. And then now, if I have to fly to the UK now and I mess up my routine, it's like you start feeling like resentful that your routine messed up because of this thing that happened that externally. Is like, there's some things you just can't control, right? And you just have to be able to be okay with that. Sometimes things are going to have to be moved around, and some things have to be shifted, but you've put intentions in place for those windows of time that you have, and at least you're honoring what you would do in that time if nothing goes wrong. Of course, this is what you do. If something goes wrong, and then obviously you would have to replace it with something else, and you have to make some amendments or changes, right? And look, listen, if you're someone who personally feels like you need support with what I've mentioned today, of getting rid of stuff, a lot of what I do is help people with that. So there's a link in the description if you want my personal support with that, to see if we're fit to work together on this thing that you're building. And there's also a link to my community, which is a free community, which just shares the frameworks on how I actually build stuff and start and finish them. Anyway, take care. Peace.